everybody, and welcome to CB and the Boys. I'm CB, your hostess with the mostest, and I got that crew in the building. So without further ado, let's roll the credits so we can get into it. Let's go.
Let's go. Crystal CB Booker, George Record Boy Homie, Roger Hawkins, Mimi Acosta. Let's go. CB and the Boys, Midweek Motivator. Come on, gather around, get to 411, and let's talk about it.
Hey, everybody, and we are back. Welcome. You're listening to CB and the Boys. We come to you every Wednesday as your midweek motivator. So let's get some motivation conversation going, guys. What is up? The fabulous Miss Mimi Acosta. What's up, Mimi?
I need a drink.
I need 3. What's up, Roger?
We need some interventions and 12-step programs up in this motherfucker. What's up, people? I'm chilling though, but I'm with you. Though. I do too.
Well, I'm on step number 1.
All right, good man.
You can't do that before. You can't, George. Like
he was just making sure it was okay before he started. That's all. Making sure it was still wet. All right.
Let's just roll with my intro.
Feeling some kind of way? You feeling some kind of way?
You having a sip before me, like it's
feeling some kind of way?
Roll it.
Come get the 411, and it's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
I like my jam. Okay, it should have been a little longer, but it's all good. You know, I'm never satisfied. You guys already know how it goes. Okay, so guys, tonight I am having. Hold up, I gotta hold up one thing at a time because I'm doing way too much, and it's too early in the game. You guys already know.
I almost had that too. Dang, almost had it with you.
That's okay, but I know you got something else because you always popping. You be showing off on me, but it's all good. So you guys already know how I do it. I got my ice, I got my red straw, and I got my Crown and Coke going on. What is everybody else having?
Boom.
40-ounce screwdriver.
40 ounce. If you leave that 40 ounce out, it will sound so nice. But anyway, okay.
All you need is a dice game with some shit going on behind you.
Don't let me stop you. George, what you got going on?
You already know what it is.
Yeah.
It's St. James in the house.
I'm loving it. Okay, Roger, I know you got something nice over there brewing.
Nah, I'm going kind of casual out there. I'm just doing a little vodka and a little Red Bull. You know, I'm just taking it back to the old school. You know,
okay.
Doing my red tradition right now. That's all. I'm just rocking it red, baby.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Well, so I've got my little chick. Look, hold up a second, because I'm trying to do. I swear, I'm trying to do too much. I came in here with a plan to do one thing, and then it always winds up being a whole lot of other stuff. But it's called. Look, it's called trying to. Look. Anyway. So my girl Caribbean Destiny has these desserts that she makes. Okay. She's got the crown apple pie. So let me just put it up so you guys can see what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It comes in a really cute jar. Okay. And she has all sorts of flavors. Doesn't this look yummy? Anyway, so check it out. She has the Hennessy banana pudding, the crown apple pie, Ciroc peach cobbler, and strawberry Hennessy. Okay. She is on my Facebook. It's freaking awesome. Okay. And we also have rum punch. I almost got to scrape the ice off the thing, but this is 16 ounces and it's freaking amazing. By the time you reach 4 ounces, you are done. Okay. But it tastes really, really good. You guys need to check it out. Anyway, my chick, Caribbean.
Well, that's your girl. Where is she?
She's from the Virgin Islands. She's here in Georgia.
That's what I wanted to know.
But she's originally from the Virgin Islands, and she's amazing. And this is all amazing what she's got going on. But she had to bring me my, my stash so I can, talk about it, be about it, taste it, get hooked on it. Her dad used to play with one of the bands that was kind of like a rival band in the Virgin Islands. So I'm just happy to see, like, his daughter doing her business, doing her thing. So I just had to give her a whole shout out. So Caribbean Destiny, loving you, girl.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
So on the 411 mix, I got a couple of things. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I ain't had a whole lot of stuff because I had my own 411 going on over here. But there's some shit that I want to talk about because it's absolutely crazy. So there was a substitute teacher that was arrested. Okay, well, she's a substitute school cafeteria teacher. Okay, she was busted for selling marijuana brownies to students. Now, from our era, and we're not going to call any teachers' names, but was there anyone that actually did anything like that in y'all school?
No.
Hell no.
I went to private school, so
the nuns
they had their own drugs and alcohol. They didn't need anybody else's.
I was in private school, so we never had that.
Yeah, they had their own shit.
If we had, look, there were some teachers that I suspected, but we can't talk about that because right now they're all in grade. They might come pick them up.
You mean they did it or that had it? Because here's what's funny. Like, isn't it weird how however many years ago people said marijuana was a drug and only like hippies and stoners said, oh, it's not a drug. And now when you say drugs, you really don't even think about cannabis because it's legal so many places. And it's like it all of a sudden it kind of got demoted from being a drug, kind of like Pluto got demoted from being a planet and shit. It's like it ain't really a drug no more. It kind of got demoted. So
yeah, that is true.
I mean, and look, here's what's weird. If my grandma was here, Lord, she swallowed her teeth. But I think about how many people, children, everybody I know that like literally look, everybody in my damn house but me, and maybe one of my dogs is partaking in the cannabis quite often for anything from anxiety to ADHD to being that fucking shit crazy. So it's just kind of before you go to the counter, before you go to the pharmacy, you go to your dispensary. So, or they got it in all forms. So I couldn't. I don't know. But anyway, no, I wouldn't imagine anybody doing that in my school, but I wouldn't know. I was green.
Yeah, well, I do, but like I said, we ain't calling no names. Anyway, moving right along. There was a freak accident in Kansas, and you guys know that all crazy things happen in Kansas. I don't know why, but they do. So a dog fatally shot his owner in the back. There is some stories that saying, okay, so George, you really need to look it up because there's a story that's saying,
wait,
so
what kind of gun did you use?
The dog stepped on his rifle. The rifle went off and shot him in the back. Some say it happened out while they were hiking or whatever, camping or whatever. And then I saw another story that says that it happened in a car, in their vehicle. So however it happened, the dog shot him. The police is saying that it's under investigation. But
what are they gonna do? What they gonna throw the dog in jail? What you gonna do? You gonna give him about 10?
What the hell?
Look,
the dog. Now we got to worry about mass shootings by dogs.
Well,
it wasn't a mass shooting. It was just one person.
It was just one person.
One person, two people. The thing is, the animal shot. Now it's when animal.
I want to know where it was strapped. Like, was it strapped to a vest or whatever? I just want to know because my dog carries a Glock, but we old school. Like,
well, let me tell you something. It would be really stupid if he just had the gun out in the back seat and the dog, somehow, I don't know, stepped on it while jumping around.
If it paws at something or scratches, he can probably pull a trigger that way. But again, God's will has been done. Like I can't feel bad.
It was his time.
Anyway. I don't want to hear that bullshit. No, stupid is a stupid does. It was his damn time. And yeah, the dog thought that. Look,
did he die?
Yeah, did he?
Yeah, he died.
Wow.
So see, this is what happens when you don't feed your dog, when you don't sneak in chicken at late at night and you give him dry dog food. They
got a question.
Yes.
Can his family collect on the life insurance policy because of that?
Yeah,
that is an accident.
Because it's an accident.
It is an accident.
But how you know the dog didn't do it on purpose?
Yo. Yeah. You make the dog go pee in the rain.
So the dog shoots the owner. The family gets the insurance money, and the dog gets put to sleep. The dog doesn't win. So guess what? It was an accident.
No. Don't put dog.
You can't put the dog to sleep.
I'm
No,
trying to figure out
the
how
owners
Because
the
have put
dog
the
that
stick on
feels.
law
the
is for
dogs.
dogs that bite people, and he
Their
didn't bite.
paws are too big to like squeeze a trigger. So how the hell did the dog shoot
How
him?
you figure? What kind of dog do you know? Dogs, I mean, dogs' paws can get big, but they got digits like we do.
They
She
Yeah,
got
they
talking
got
about
claws, claws
nails,
and
or
fingers.
she talking
right.
about a fucking a
It could have gotten
dinosaur or
in the
some
little,
shit. Yeah,
it
yeah,
could have just somehow done that thing.
yeah. You talking about Marmaduke or somebody? Like, nah.
Anyway, moving right
This is the reason they make trigger safeties.
Oh,
I'm
moving right
tripping on that.
along. This is even a worse one. Okay. This is why I don't believe in these damn self driving cars. So, a
Mm.
self driving Tesla
Uh-oh.
causes an 8 car pileup on a busy bridge. That's all I got on that. Okay, guys. Can't tell you
Well,
which bridge, can't tell you what city. All I know is it was 8 car pileup from a Tesla driving itself. Who
yeah, like
believes in these vehicles driving on their own?
yeah, some stuff I ain't gonna do, like AI type stuff. Some shit I'm not gonna do. Like I think about that all the time because like if you working and you've done this, George, in what we do, if you're working at a store, a restaurant, anywhere like that, there's so few people anywhere. 7-Eleven, go to a restaurant, there's almost nobody. Grocery stores. A friend of mine literally was gonna walk out because and leave a bag of groceries
Mhm,
because I guess after 7, 8, or 9, there's some places here in Vegas that shut down. They make you do everything yourself after like 7 or 8.
mhm,
And imagine if you got a kid and a big basket full of groceries. And so I work here now. Like literally, they
mhm.
they they give you an apron and you clock in or some crap. Like I don't do AI. I would never let anything control my well being like a car or something like that. Hell no. Self driving.
Okay, so guys, this happened in San Francisco. So it was
What?
a Tesla vehicle
Oh,
allegedly on full self-driving that caused the 8 car pileup. It actually braked. So if
Mm.
something just happens to be what in the way, a bird flying or some shit, because they brake like that, right? They brake
Well,
by.
no, they have sensors all
right.
around them, and
Right.
they are programmed to pick up and spot foreign objects that shouldn't be in the street in a like a split second. So
Right.
reaction time, of course, is good and all that, but human decision making oftentimes can help you avoid things without going all the way left. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of both. It's six of one, half dozen of the other. But I just don't like. You ever had a brake assist with a new car, or you
Hmm.
got a rental car, and if you get too close to the line, it'll actually start to pull you back over. Like I don't like that. Don't touch my
Yeah,
shit when
that
I'm
lane assist. Yeah, don't leave my steering wheel alone.
yeah, don't touch it. Don't do any of that.
Yes.
And I feel like that's like if somebody grabs the wheel and you're driving. That
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's not helpful to me. I
I
don't like
think
that.
that would cause more accidents than anything else because if you automatically driving and you feel a pull, you're gonna automatically like, whoa, wait a
Exactly.
minute.
You're gonna overcorrect. You're gonna overcorrect. Right. So I don't I
Right.
don't like but you look, people love to be lazy and they will pay to do so. So there's that.
Right. Okay,
I'm sure
guys.
you what up, Trey? I see you family.
Hey Trey, what's up, babe?
What?
Okay, so Alec Baldwin, poor thing. It went from he's not going to be charged to he is going to be charged.
Hmm. He,
So because he is an executive producer, they're looking at it, and I guess he is the biggest celebrity name as the executive producer of the
right.
project, which is why they're looking at him because they're saying that it should have been his responsibility to make sure this and that and the other. And
I
that's not
disagree.
true.
I
He's
disagree.
just the person with the money who happens to be an actor who they want in it anyway. So he's
Right.
in it. And then all of a sudden, how is he responsible for props and all that?
That's not no, it's bullshit.
There's a
And
department that's responsible for that.
I saw an interview the other day. They were
Mhm,
talking about that, and you had a couple of people debating, like an attorney, and then the uh, the actors rep and things like that, and
mhm,
everybody was trying to give their spin. And you had both schools of thought. My thing is this: I agree with you, Mimi. He's the biggest name attached. So think
mhm.
about it: when fights break out, who gets sued? The celebrity or the athlete
Yes,
because they got the
yes,
money. If
right,
your cousin Pookie start kicking ass and shooting people, we're not suing him because he works at McDonald's. But you're
right,
gonna sue the actor or the athlete. So that's the
right,
thing. He'll never see jail time. He will have to pay a civil suit. He'll pay a settlement. He'll never see anything out
Right.
of that. And
Right.
at this time, I got every. It's not his fault. I don't hold him liable. Yes, they have prop masters and they have
mhm,
inspectors and things, all that are supposed to be on the site. So they, who's ever he made, again, big lawsuit because you didn't have the proper personnel in place. You're going to pay a lot of money,
Of
but
course.
he's not liable for the woman's death. It was an accident, I guess.
Mhm.
So there's that. But now I know I've been on a set, with loaded real firearms that had blanks, and they had more safety personnel and
Mhm.
trained people around. You couldn't move near it
And let me
without.
ask you a question, because as a fellow actor, I know that I would do this. If
Yeah.
somebody puts a gun in my hand and it's a prop, you're gonna automatically point it downwards and like click, 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 just to make, like, I don't know. It's not just to make sure of anything. It's
Yeah,
just
I think so
automatic.
too. I think so too.
Yeah.
I just feel like, yeah,
Before I
just
do this to somebody,
curiosity.
let me just, I
It
don't know.
is.
It's a prop, but let me see. Let me make sure
Well,
nothing is moving on it.
so here's the thing: you have two schools of thought. You have people that practice, target practice and shooting and things like
Hmm.
that, and
Hmm.
it's just instantaneous. You never put your
Right.
finger on the trigger. You always aim down and away. Blah blah blah. And you said that very much yourself.
Hmm.
Um, do I think Alec Baldwin is that person? Hell no,
No.
obviously. So
Yeah.
he's a member of that family. So I don't think any of that protocol went through his mind. I'm not
Hmm.
absolving him of 100%, but I think he's probably like 8% responsible. Maybe.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just, I'm not gonna do that to the guy because he did what he was told. Here in the scene, you aim, you shoot, blah blah blah. And guess what? This is only maybe the fifth or sixth time it's happened in history. So he's not the first to do it. I mean,
Right.
people have been killed by prop guns since the 50s or before.
Yes.
So anyway, I mean, yeah,
I
it's
feel bad. I really feel bad for him because,
yeah,
Uh, isn't that what happened to? Isn't that what happened to Brandon Lee?
it happened to Brandon Lee. It happened to the
hmm
original Superman, whose name was Reeve. As well, it wasn't
Right.
Christopher Reeve; it was another Reeve. It
hmm
happened to him, and it's
George
happened.
Reeves.
George Reeve, very good.
George Reed.
George
Yeah.
Reeve.
Okay.
And so it's happened over and over and over again. So clearly, something needs to be done because uh,
Yeah. That is
the
the definition of a
bag
true accident.
ain't on top of this. There's a lot of people that are missing
Bless
that.
you.
Going on
I
60
don't
something years.
I don't think that they would go after him if he wasn't a producer. If he was
So
just
if he wasn't
an
a Richard Baldwin,
yeah,
yeah, you're right.
that not just that, but I mean if he was just an actor and didn't have any other financial connections to
Right, right.
I don't think that they would pin it on him because one, he was handed the prop gun and he was told that it was cold. They didn't
Mm.
tell him that real bullets were in there.
Well,
So
first of all, they weren't supposed to be though. That's the problem.
Right.
they're not supposed to.
No, they're
So
supposed to be.
whoever loaded the gun should be held liable. Who should
That
be
that in my yes, I think the prop master and whoever loaded it, whoever touched it last before handing it to him, probably has a much bigger piece of that blame pie than he does. Because again, as the actor, you kind of do what you're told to do in the heat of the moment. If they say, "Okay, you're going to run through this door and say surprise," that's what you do. We don't sit there and go, "Wait, what's my motivation?" You don't do that goofy shit. You do what you're told.
Yes.
So yeah, I think it's unfortunate. I don't know what this young lady knew or what she was going to tell, but somebody wanted her ass gone because I don't know how you do that. How do you mess that up over and over again? And it's
Or
happened.
maybe a jealous somebody who's like, well, she's a female cinematographer. It should have been me. Ain't
right,
no
Wow,
telling.
she wasn't
But it's
making any
bad.
kind of
That's
money.
like, that's a real accident. Like, but you know how it is. They have to
right.
get somebody.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Somebody's going to, but it won't be him. Like I said,
It shouldn't have been.
he'll pay out the nose, but as far as when was the last time you really heard of a celebrity really going to jail before, since I would say since Martha Stewart, if that's what you want to call that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen.
Right.
Hey guys, let me interject right quick and you guys say hello to our TikTok audience. We are live on TikTok for the first time tonight, everyone.
Oh,
So everyone's saying hello to TikTok.
ta-da.
What's up?
What's up? What's up? And okay, so Trey went back just a little bit. He said, I'm old school. I don't need all of that new car thing. Only thing I like is the backup camera. You know what? I am so with you. I love my backup camera.
I want
I
to
don't
use
depend on
that.
it all
You
the
old
time
school
because
boy over that
it will do
shoulder.
some things, honey. Even though between the line says that you are between the line, but sometimes you just got to watch it because there might be some idiot that's closer to the line and you don't want to be that one to get hit, you know?
I mean, I
I love my backup camera.
Yeah.
I can't function without it. I'm so
you know what?
spoiled by it, you
It's
know.
too early to be
And it lets me
misogynist.
know when somebody's behind me. It lets me know if I'm too close to somebody. I love it. When we had the rental car, we had a Kia K5. The thing was sweet. It was a little sports car. It's hard to get in and out, especially with the injury. But man,
Oh shit, Trey, you can't see nothing down there anyway. You got a 150. Oh, hey, Trey feels the bump of the body he just rolled over.
Where that 150
ain't helping you, dog.
You riding big, but that's how you do it. Anyway, yeah. Well, look, guys, that is it for me on the 411 tip. So next in line.
Now, I have another 411 tip.
Let's go. I know y'all would have something.
Since we happen to be on the, I guess it's Kansas City 411 tonight. We got dogs shooting people and shit.
That was crazy.
Yeah. But this here is really a call out for the prayer warriors. Prayers up for this woman. And when you see this story, you're just going to be like, wow, how the hell can that happen? So I'm going to show you this here.
Wow.
A semi-truck driver had no idea that a car with a woman in it crashed into his trailer, and police say he ended up dragging that vehicle 8 miles down the highway with the woman trapped inside it. Police say, fortunately, nobody was seriously hurt, but that initial crash happened at 435 and State Line Road. That was as the tractor trailer was getting on the westbound ramp. That's where Fox 4's John Pepitone joins us now live to explain what happened next, surprised even veteran police officers.
Yeah, it sure did, Lauren. You know, it was 3:30 in the morning and it was snowing, and police say that a car was headed south here on State Line Road, and it may have slid through a red light as that big truck was crossing the intersection to get on the highway. The car got stuck underneath the trailer, in front of its rear wheels, but that truck driver just kept going.
323 and 324 for an unknown accident. It's going to be westbound 435 at Metcalf.
Police say no one even knew the crash had happened until drivers near I-435 and Metcalf started calling 911 to report a car being dragged down the highway. That's nearly 4 miles from where the original collision happened.
Injury accident with extrication C1C, medic 1152. Westbound I-435 at Lackman.
By the time Overland Park police managed to get the truck to stop, it had traveled nearly 8 miles to Lackman Road in Lenexa. Police say the 70-year-old Kansas truck driver told them he had no idea what had happened.
Never driven a semi. As large as they are, I don't know what kind of vibrations come from the trailer up into the truck, but he had mentioned one short blurb that I saw, said he thought he clipped the curb. So he felt something, but he kept going.
70 years old.
Wow.
70 years old. Okay, guys.
He should retire. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's insane. Like, insane.
You have to be. Trey said he was behind. Man, okay. Again, do you know how oblivious you have to be to miss hitting a whole damn car? Not look in a semi. I get it. You run over a tire or maybe something small. So a vehicle, huh? So you dragging it. Dude, Pawpaw needs to retire.
You should have sparks or something happening.
He didn't see shit with them. He probably had on big bifocal blue blockers. Hopped up on damn painkillers. Sit your ass down, granddad. You 70 driving a semi anyway. I mean, big ups that you can do it, but come on, bro. That right there proves there should be like a cutoff. They should retest every year. I'm sorry.
Can you imagine if it was fatal and him being at 70 years old going to jail or prison?
He probably would. Again, what point would it serve for him to go to jail? Like I said, so he can just.
Here in Arizona, we don't have to renew our driver's license until we're 75.
That explains a lot about you cocksuckers. I hate Arizona. I really do. They do a million miles an hour. They have no regard for anybody. If I didn't have a lot of shit to live for and stay out of jail, dude, I promise you. Ugh.
Put himself in timeout.
Hey,
find the lie.
I mean,
that's just crazy. Second time out, he needed that.
I just can't fathom how do you not No, you're dragging a whole car. That's
Yeah,
got
I
to
don't
put some
understand
serious.
now.
You got it had to slow the truck down to the point where he had to give it more
A
gas.
little bit.
Like
Oh,
why is this so hard to pull? Is this load that heavy? I mean,
Hey, you know how
mm,
old people sleep through shit. They can't feel nothing. Everything is dull. Senses, everything is just dull. I'm
It's
like, yeah,
crazy.
and if he thought he went over a hump or something coming onto, the highway, and it's like, broop, broop,
right.
broop, he's probably like, oh, okay. But you're
So, so,
dragging
so he
something at
felt
this
the
point.
curb. He felt the
right,
curb that was about 4 feet. Cars is about 4 feet high, maybe even 5. So that's a big ass curb, my guy. So what you drag racing with?
but he didn't go all the way over the car because the car got drugged.
Come on, bro. I don't
Yeah.
care.
You know,
In order to
but
get
I'm
caught under a wheel and drug though, and just in order to be caught, you know what kind of crunching and metal twisting that has to
right,
be done?
all kinds of stuff.
He
Yeah,
must
I
have thought
find
he
that.
was going up. He must have
How
thought
he
he was
didn't.
going up an incline.
And then,
Something.
here's what did me. They
It's
went,
probably
they
steep.
went, they went 4 miles where people started. First of all, you calling 911. You're a
Right.
dummy.
Right.
How about you get in front of the jam's truck driver and be like, "Hey, motherfucker, stop."
No, because you know what? They probably figured, listen, if he didn't feel that and that didn't stop him, he ain't stopping for me. So ain't nobody trying to have their insurance go up by getting in front of people. That's what that is. Shit.
No. Poor thing. I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
Well, she said nobody got seriously hurt. That's a hell of a story to tell about. I'd be
Yes,
like,
it
listen,
is.
listen, I get in front of the line every day. Y'all know what happened to me last week? Everybody get out the way. Well, listen, I'd be getting first.
She was terrified.
Could
8
you
miles
imagine?
is a long ass way.
I was about to say 8 miles is a
Anybody would
for real.
be.
Think about how you feel when you miss your turn, your exit, and you got to go 2 miles and you mad as shit. Now imagine being under that car for 8. That 18 wheeler. Yeah, that's terrifying.
And the thought of it, any given time, it could break loose, pull a car, shoot out, flip, roll, everything. All kinds of
Or catch fire or anything like that. Yeah, man. Real for real.
Well, God was in the midst of that situation because nobody really got hurt. So
You know she tithing extra every Sunday now. You about to get a new building fund started now. She was.
Hey.
Oh, I tell you what, I guarantee you, he probably lost his license. If not, he definitely lost his job.
No, they took it away from him. They're like,
that
Pops, look.
And she about to get paid.
Yes, she is. I don't know
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's a private company or what, but yeah, she about to get paid.
Yeah. Drag me for 1 mile, shit.
Really? Just
she went 8.
Right.
That 1 mile might not be fun. Mimi said, "Go on,
100 yards.
I do one. I give you one. I won't give you 8."
8 is a lot. 8 is a lot. I'd be screaming. I'd be doing all kinds of things.
5 million, Yana. 5 million,
I didn't know what to
Yana.
do. Yeah.
Every time I see a semi, I'm gonna be shell shocked.
$1 million a mile. $1 million a mile.
I don't think I ever got drive again. I'm gonna have to get a chauffeur.
You know,
That's
I know
gonna cost
people
another 10 million, Yana.
Right.
$1 million a mile, baby. That's all right.
Yes.
You be on and chirping.
Anybody else got 411?
Yeah, I don't know. It's always some goofy shit going on.
I know.
Nothing.
Okay, so I guess that was be it for the 411. Even though I do want to still talk about that Beyonce thing, honey, because these look, I love my gays because I know so many gay people. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. These folks are so on their feelings about Beyonce going to Dubai and not promoting the flag.
Oh yeah, she promoting the flag. All right, the one with Benjamin Franklin on it, and the one with Andrew Jackson on it, and the one with Ulysses S. Grant on it. She promoting, right?
Yes, honey, because for that dollar amount, I would be neglecting all kinds of shit too. Yes, Trey, I feel the same way. Show me the money.
Hypersensitive. Everybody wants to be. You know what? The only first world problems happen like that. We can get offended by every damn thing and sit on a computer or phone all day and talk about it. I would just love to just punch
That
the
ain't
hell
no
out of
sense. She dedicated a whole album to the gay community, and they still not.
And guess what? They still got time to be mad about something new.
And guess what? She don't care. She got it in her bank account, and she's gonna come back here and guess what's gonna happen? they're gonna
I just
still
want to
love
know,
her.
like, does this community have jobs, or is it just being in this community? Because they got time to do all kind of shit. And like I
Yeah.
said, my thing is, and you can find my address if you ain't happy about what I said. I ain't hard to find.
Yeah, y'all need to support me. Come get some of this legal shield.
You can with your hell if you get offended. Oh, and you know what? We go because CB. I know CB posted that earlier, even though she can't remember half the shit she does. But talking about Dave Chappelle. Speaking of which,
Oh
and
yeah.
that's a great point because they try to come for Dave, and Dave just let them know, listen, point blank, I'm not cancelable. Dave is so cold with his. He's like, you can't cancel me, knock yourself out. And he said,
Right.
furthermore, at this point in history, to come to one of his shows is an open act of defiance because of how much they boycott and picket. Now, here's my thing. So we have to show tolerance, right? But they can go to protest and picket and throw eggs at people and push them and physically, do things. My thing is, what do you do? What do you do? Because do you want to be seen on video punching one of them, or do you
Right.
want to have to take the high road because you don't want to trigger anybody? What would you do? You get to anything, no matter what. They decide they don't like what you drink, Mimi, and they don't want you to get. They're gonna protest you. They're gonna boycott you. They're gonna throw eggs at you. They're gonna do whatever. But you got to be tolerant, right?
Yeah.
First of all,
You gotta keep pushing forward with what it is that you believe in. Because at the end of the day, look, some people gonna hate, some people gonna love. What you gonna do? You don't bend to somebody else's shit, music, rhythm, or some shit. You got your own beat.
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, motherfucker.
Fuck
that's how I
that.
feel. I'm Old Testament kind of a brother. I'm all about that. Like I said, so.
Yeah, look out for the hater meter.
Oh,
The hater meter.
Yes, honey,
I'm
that's
just
on
saying.
full red.
That's a good one.
Not the hater meter.
Not right. Not the hate meter.
Okay, so hold on a second, because I was on a show last night, and I gotta ask you guys about this, right? Because I'm pretty sure that Crystal would know.
What's up?
What is an upside down pineapple?
What?
A what?
A drink.
None of you know what an upside down pineapple is?
It's a drink.
I used to make drinks, and I don't know what the hell that is. It's uncomfortable to sit on.
Okay, so that is actually the sign that swingers give to other swingers when they have that little upside down pineapple pendant on, or any upside down pendant that they're wearing. It's like swingers letting swingers know that I'm a swinger.
Yeah, we never used that at Club Erotica KC.
Oh, wow. I
Nobody
guess
ever,
it must be a new thing because I just learned about
nobody
it
ever
last
wore
night.
anything.
And I was like, I ain't never heard about that in my life. But yeah, it is a thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Upside down pineapple.
We was all naked, so we didn't have room for pendants. We just wanted the
Because
number
when
one
they asked me,
granddad.
look, when they asked me, I was like, well, shit, I know what happens when, I have a lot of pineapples, like, sweet juice. But,
You could have. I don't. Yeah.
and I thought I was saying something, and they're like, nah, that's not what it is. And I was like, oh, shit. Okay, let me sit on it. I ain't swinging nowhere. So guess what? I didn't know. It is what it is.
Didn't know
Okay.
that. Nope, didn't know that.
We could keep
But
moving right along, guys.
All right. I do have some Q. I got some Q.
How do you know if the pineapple's upside down?
Right.
Because it is.
That's not an answer.
It's an upside down pineapple, and they put the little hook on it for a little pendant. It's like the little pendant thing. It's just you see an upside down emblem, they're swingers.
I mean, all right.
If it just happens to come across somewhere, you'd be like, "Oh shit, that's what they're doing." Okay, let's go.
So that's some Atlanta underground shit.
Maybe
There's nobody out there producing an upside down pineapple peanut.
Yeah,
I mean,
never heard
that
of
you know of, George. That you
You
know
went
of.
on
See,
me.
you ain't up on that. I thought they had a secret handshake. CB, what's up? I thought that it was some whole,
No,
Why are you saying CB? Like CB is the number one promoter of the. Ooh, sis.
She just, hey, listen, she's just.
secret. I mean, it's confidential, but
she's
we
the veteran.
don't have like any props or any. I hadn't heard of the upside down pineapple. Nobody, I know in our circle, we never used it.
What you mean ain't no props? Shit, you better, hey boy, you break out the briefcase.
I'm
break
talking
out
about the pendants, like wearing.
Okay. My bad. I'm about to say shit.
Oh, so
Stand corrected.
it's not just the upside down pineapple, it's flamingos also.
Oh,
I take the
Never had
pineapple
those
over that.
either.
yeah, me
Flamingos a
too.
little. I'd go with the pineapple before I went with the flamingos.
Upside down flamingo is probably for the males.
So
Fuck what?
from blogger.com, and upside down pineapple means the person is looking for a swinger party. And upside down pineapple is a secret sign that the people behind the symbol are into swinging lifestyles.
Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
see?
never use a pineapple. I never heard of that one. That's a new one on me.
So then how do you let somebody know that you're a singer in conversation, or you just show up to a singer's party and be like, hey, I'm in?
Yeah, if you show up to the party, it's pretty obvious why you're there.
No, only women can come single. No guys can't come single. Because
What?
I mean, you can come single. You're just gonna pay.
we're filthy. Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, I mean, you got to pay. You got to pay because obviously, if that's the case, it would be
You
a
gotta
song.
pay to play.
Hey, look, I'm about to drive down the street looking at mailboxes. Look, the
What?
pineapple represents hospitality and welcoming. A pineapple is placed on the porch or mailbox by swingers to signify that a swinger party is going on.
And it's not only on Halloween.
We didn't do that. Folks showed up and everybody.
So guys,
We didn't
Halloween should be
signal
interesting. It
anything.
should be like instead of pumpkins, it'll be pineapples upside down.
Oh,
But
that
really, in
was
the lifestyle, if there's something that goes on consistently, if you know every weekend there's going to be a party in this spot, then
right.
you just go. So there's really nothing that they ever set out or show to signify that okay, we're having a party. I mean, if you know that there's going to be one, you just go. And usually, at least in Kansas City, they're very consistent about having it every single weekend. And that's when we would do it, like from Friday all the way to Saturday, just partying, sometimes on Sunday.
That sounds like a job. Shit.
Well, I was photographer. I didn't like partake in the party, but
Yeah,
First of all, Crystal,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
really
You're
okay.
just going in the group. You're taking
You don't-
pictures of everything.
I'm
You don't have to
snapshot.
prove-
Yep.
Getting up close. Hey, hold that pose.
No,
Hold that pose. Hold that pose.
See the
Who that
freakiest
again?
one
Who
in
that
the building.
Hey, I got to get me a
No,
camera.
I was hired to take pictures, and I took pictures. People trusted me, and
So you never went back without your cameras?
no.
Da. Okay.
She walk
you
around
don't owe us
bucket
any
naked with a.
explanation.
She walk around bucket
How
naked
many
with a
selfies
Canon
did you take in there?
700.
How many what?
How many selfies did you take in there?
None. None.
She had
You
a
don't-
selfie of her and a big ass.
You don't owe your cousin no explanation.
Right. You know. Hey, Chris, she be going through her roll of film and shit. She's like, "What is that? Oh, one big ass nipple, just one big ass areola right in the middle. Ain't nothing else there." Talking about it must have slipped. My finger slipped. You know how they be doing that bullshit.
It's all
all
good.
art, and it was beautiful.
Yeah. Facts.
It is beautiful. Okay.
Like JJ, I'm an artiste. I guess.
Oh no.
I gotta give me a press pass shit in the camera.
I love it.
Photography's where it's at.
Okay, well, since we all have cameras, we all have shit. Just bring it all to Casey next month.
Hey, I was young. I needed the money. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
Every dollar counts. Okay.
That part. Anyway,
I have a joke. Do you guys want to hear my joke?
Oh shit! God damn it. Okay, let's go.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get to the
Colonel Sanders was horny.
pineapple.
To get to the library.
Don't come with the shit, Crystal.
He went to the library and walked up to the librarian, and he said, book. And the librarian pointed the chicken over to where the books were. So the chicken's all going through the books, and she's all like, And she finally found the book for her friend Frog. So she took the book, she checked the book out and took it back to Frog, and she gave it to Frog. She said, book. And Frog looked at the book and he said, read it.
You know what?
Oh, that was good.
Let me
I
tell you
hate it.
something, George. I don't give a shit what you do. If you end the show, we're done.
I hate it. I hate it here. I do.
Oh my gosh. But Crystal,
Oh God.
we went through this. Oh my God.
Yeah. We know.
Okay. I'm done. I can't.
Hey, she tickled the shit out of herself, didn't she?
Yes, you did. Oh my gosh.
If you
Girl, I
can't
can't
crack
take you.
yourself up, then you can't tell a joke.
What time is it? I think it's time to go pay some bills.
She said, "What time is it?" Ooh, look at the time. Oh my God.
Oh man. All
How
right.
about those Chiefs?
Oh Lord. Well, you know. All right.
Okay. Ooh, regrouping.
Let me jump into it.
Wow.
Let me jump into that real quick so we can move on with a couple other questions.
For some
Go.
sports and fitness.
I ain't got much.
Oh yeah. Fitness tips with Roger Hawkins.
All right. Roger.
Oh, anyway. So we gonna round this out. You know, y'all knows we finishing up the season. So look, here's my tip for today. If you're a true, like, if you're a fan, let's say football for now, since it's football season. If you're a true football fan or fanatic or whatever you want to call it, my suggestion is you do not have discussions with the person who is a statistics person, a numbers person, or a former player, because you're going to clash. I say that to say this is why families separate, divorce, or at least watch games in different rooms, because unfortunately, fans can't handle the real truth about things versus people that are just statistic people. So, getting into it, we play the Bengals this week. The Chefs play the Bengals, and Mahomes got a high ankle sprain. So this is what they said. This is one of the first times they've ever seen the odds flip as quickly and drastically as they did in Vegas in a couple of days. Because originally we were favored by I think 3 points or something like that, and now we're actually underdogs at home, no less. But if you think about it, Joe is playing like a man possessed. Cincinnati's doing. I never thought I'd say that in my life. Cincinnati is balling. I mean, they're balling heavily. So, look, if we can't manage to knock them off, I definitely pull for what these boys are doing. It's going to be tough. Not impossible, but tough. So that being said, I said that, and of course, people in my family got pissed off at me, which I wish I could care. I just can't, because it's the truth. I mean, if you want to line everybody up, position-wise, statistically wise, we've got a really, really tough road to hoe. I mean, it just is what it is, I won't get into it for 1,000 reasons. But anyway, that being said, would I like to win? 100%. Is it possible? That chance got even slimmer after old Patty got his. I mean, and you know what? It's entertaining to watch this boy ball, even when he's hurt. I mean, he's got the heart of a champion, but that doesn't always, equate out. So I'm wishing for the best for my guys this week. But if I have to make a bet and put my money in Vegas, I would probably pick Cincinnati and Philly to go to the Super Bowl. That's probably my prediction. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm wrong.
Especially, I worry about that too.
I don't know. It's a whole lot of trash talking can get people fired up in weird ways.
Yeah, true. I mean, true.
And I mean, you got this whole thing going on right here. You got this whole thing.
You talking about the Bills and the Bengals?
Y'all in Burrowhead. Yeah, baby. Let that sink in your mind. We'll see y'all in Burrowhead. We'll see y'all.
Yeah,
That's a shot right there.
That's true,
Yeah, it
George. You
is.
got a point. Listen,
Let's see
whenever
y'all in Burrowhead. You calling
whenever
Arrowhead Burrowhead?
yeah, whenever people do that,
Wow.
yeah, that goes bad when you talk when you get like that. That goes kind of bad because you don't take kindly to that. So it might be some slobber knocking going on. But here's what
Mhm.
I'll say:
Yeah.
the one thing that we have shown to be our Achilles heel is is a physical team. So yeah, it's cold. Do what you do in the cold, but if those boys come in punching hard, we've got an issue because the Chiefs, historically don't respond well to bullies. I mean, sometimes we can come in and it
No.
can be a giant killer, but when it comes to people that come in and put hands on them, they do struggle. So I hope they're watching that so
Mhm.
that I can
Oh
come
yeah,
back.
they watching that because look at Travis.
Let me see. Oh, I know you know him. I
All right,
love
I'm
him.
not a stadium in the
Mhm.
world.
Oh, I love Kelsey.
42
That's mine. Yeah.
and 42 decibels.
Did you guys break the record this week?
I don't know. Maybe we're gonna have to break it this week because a lot of Cincinnati Bengals fans are calling it Burrowhead instead of Arrowhead.
Burrowhead. Whoa.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that one-
Disrespect to
they want-
Arrowhead
they're
continues.
They're throwing a lot of bulletin board material out there, Ron.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Listen, I need that in my life. I hope they go out pissed off and fired up. I really do. Because now that boy right there, when he gets in the zone, when he gets mad and he gets in the zone, he's a game changer. I mean, he is one man. He's a game changer. The problem is there's three sides to football. So they've got to bring it. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I will unfortunately have to be watching from a tournament, helping coach some of my teammates, but I'll let you guys know how they do next week. So
Cool.
I ain't got no fitness. Brother been working, so I've been fitting this in when I could, fitting workouts in when I could. So that's what I've been doing.
And we don't have no jump rope videos.
No, you know what? I'm through fooling with y'all. I'm at to go find me new family because all the people that claim to love me are full of shit. So I got to go find me some new people to love because won't nobody hook your boy up. So that's all right. I'm gonna go solicit people on the street and just hand them a jump rope and be like, "Oh yeah, I should do that." Be like, "Yo, let me see you jump rope. Let me see you jump rope for 30 seconds. That's gonna be fun." I'm on it. That's my new thing. I'm about to go get 30-second jump rope videos from just random people.
You can't do that. That's
Why
not.
not?
No, it's not. You got to get it from people that are going to submit to you and not
It's
just
been
random.
It's
Let me
been how
just go
many
get some
weeks? It's been how
videos.
many weeks? I'll get a video from a random stranger before I get it from you clowns. Anyway, and I might offer to let one of them rub my booty or something. I don't know. Shit, somebody got to get a prize. So
Trey,
anyway,
if
Hey,
you're on here still with us, send us a
don't
video.
put Trey in it. Don't put Trey in it. What you got, George?
Trey's a part of the family.
we got to
Yeah,
check
but
his reaction out. See what he says.
Let's
That
go.
brings us to KCTV5's Neil Jones, who joins us live from Arrowhead. Neil, I heard there's been a lot of chatter about the name of that stadium behind you, and not just about how to pronounce GEHA.
Scott, the juiciest storyline not involving Patrick Mahomes' right ankle has got to be all the trash talk coming out from the Cincinnati Bengal players, not just their fans, the players. First, they did it on the field here at the end of their win here on December 4th, and now they're doing it on social media.
We'll see y'all in Burrowhead. Yeah, baby. Let that sink in your mind. We'll see y'all in Burrowhead.
Wow.
Okay.
That's great. Very catchy. Very, very catchy. You know those comments have attracted and started a firestorm with Chiefs fans. Well, guess what? They've also been seen and heard by the Chiefs players themselves.
I think we all saw it, and those guys are having fun since they won the game. But we're going to just let our play on the field speak for us, and we're not going to get into any jokes and messages with them.
Yeah, I mean, we just go out there and play football at the end of the day, and all that stuff you can talk throughout the week, but at the end of the day, it's a football game. You have to go out there and play it. So we believe in just showing up on Sunday, playing our best football, and seeing what happens.
Is it?
Look, the Bengals have beaten the Chiefs 3 times in like 12 months. I asked Andy Reid about it. He goes, well, when you win, you get to have bragging rights. But I'm not sure that it's the smartest thing in the world to make Patrick Mahomes, the soon-to-be NFL MVP, angry, even when he has a bad ankle.
And I agree with that.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you know what? I didn't realize it was going on like that. I might have to change my stance. For several reasons. One, statistically, when they start talking that shit, what always happens? There's always a little bit of a shocker in store, right? And the fact that they beat us 3 times in a row, I don't know. It might be a sniper at Arrowhead right now. We're ready to take out that boy. So, listen, I'm going to stand by it, but I hope I'm wrong. Listen, y'all hear it here first. I hope I'm wrong. On paper, they look better, but, man, I hope the Chiefs pull some magic out their ass and blast these boys. I really do.
Wait a minute. I watched the the sports thing here, and they brought them up on paper and they put the stats side by side on the screen, and our stats were better.
Yeah, but here's the difference. The difference is, let me tell you why. Let me tell you the biggest thing that keeps me leaning that way. We have two rookie corners against some perennial All-Pro receivers, and Burrows and Mahomes match up very, very well. That is the difference. From a running standpoint, they got a good running back. We got a great one. Line, you can, like I said, I can go through all 22 positions, and you know that, you can too. But the only reason I worry is because, like, my son called me. It was funny. My son called me Sunday, was talking about, man, Pop, Joe was checking down and doing this, doing that. He was studying the game. So we're just looking at it from the standpoint of, can we adjust when that guy adjusts on the fly? Our DBs are good, but they are still rookies. And that's probably the biggest factor that makes me worry, is that when you put those boys out there on an island and we've got really, really good receivers against them, they get exposed. So it scares me a little bit. Listen, I hope they knock the shit out of everybody. I hope they can cuss every one of them. Nothing serious. Just knock their ass out for a couple quarters. I mean, I'm just gonna be real with you, because I want to win. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see. But Arrowhead, I didn't know that was going on. I don't live there anymore. I didn't know that was going on. So that being said, now I'm kind of like,
Right. Like I said, so I mean, if they can hold down Chase,
well, if you said if,
that's gonna be the thing.
Big job, man. Big job.
All three times they killed us, it was Chase.
Exactly, and that's what I'm telling you. Who? I mean, he's probably one top 2 or 3 in the league. Him,
and I
Adams.
I would like to think that
receiver,
the coaching squad can see what we can see.
Means nothing. I can have 20/20 vision. If you can't stop this boy, it doesn't look. That's like me saying, all right, I'm gonna walk up to this 7-year-old, slap him, and take his tricycle. He can see me coming and get scared, but he cannot then stop me from doing it. And I mean, you can't look on paper and try to coach. I mean,
that's when you go to old school dirty ball. Look, you go ahead.
Andy's too soft, but he's such
take his
good
knee
dude.
out. You'll probably get ejected from the game, but we'll take care of you.
I mean, if Andy Reid wasn't such a sweetheart of a guy, I mean, he player coach and all that, yeah, but he ain't gonna coach like that. He won't do it. He's just too nice of a cat, man. So I don't know. We'll see. But you know what? If the refs miss a couple calls and a couple of batteries come flying out the stands, I ain't gonna be mad. I might even put something on your books. Shit. All right. Hey, I got some questions I'm gonna ask. You know me, and definitely CB's got a good subject, so it's going to kind of help flow into that. So when we get back, we get into the topic, and then I'm gonna throw my questions in at the tail end. But you can introduce that now or later, Mama. But like I said, it's a good one tonight.
Well, our topic tonight is cultural appreciation versus appropriation. Appropriation versus appreciation. Is it okay? Is it not okay? Why or why not? And we'll get into it after these messages.
Hey everybody, it's me, CB. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you conversation, motivation, music, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. So tune in. Let's talk. Join us as we shake things up and talk things out. CB and the boys. Join us for your Midweek Motivation. See ya.
불타오르네. I'ma make you pump like that. Make you
Hey everybody, let's get together and feel alright with CB and the Boys radio show. Join us every Wednesday for your midweek motivator, offering you music, conversation, motivation, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. One love.
Stop
All
cutting it
right.
off.
And we are back. So let's get into it. Before the the station break, we were going to get into our topic tonight, which is cultural appropriation versus appreciation. Is it okay or not okay? What are you guys' thoughts on that?
And the lengths that people would go for attention.
Yes.
Ooh, this ought to be good. This ought to be good. Okay. So I guess, listen, I'm just gonna play crazy and pretend we don't know. What are the not appreciation? What's the title definition? What's our understanding and version of what cultural appropriation is? In your mind, when you hear that, what do you think that means?
When another ethnicity steals your culture. For example, white women wearing braids, or white people trying to sound ghetto or trying to talk like they're black people.
Okay.
So that's cultural appropriation because you're stealing someone's culture. Appreciation is where you can compliment another ethnicity, like a white person complimenting a black person, or say wearing a t-shirt that has a fist on it, for example. That's appreciation. It's not appropriation.
So what do you think about?
It would be redundant if I said it
hold on.
because I feel the same way that Crystal feels. But anyway, go ahead.
Let me give you the Webster.
The Webster.
definition. Cultural appropriation. And this is a really strong statement, but it is the unacknowledged or inappropriate adoption of the customs, practices, ideas, etc. of one people or society by members of another, and typically more dominant people or society.
Interesting. That right there, that's heavy right there when you say more dominant. That's heavy.
That's real heavy.
That's real heavy. Because that's almost like they wrote that and they did like this.
Right.
Like, for real. Like that's heavy, man. That's real heavy.
Yeah.
Oh.
So here's well, it's a twofold thing. One, so do you think by certain cultures wanting to, let's say, intermix or have relations with another culture, is that like if some people say, oh, I just want my children to have wavy hair, or I want my children to be bronze, or I want my children to be tall, so they go to Sweden or whatever.
No.
Is that embracing, or is that just
No, that's fetishizing, because and I'm just gonna call it out. Some white women have a fetish about being with a black man because they want mixed children.
Yeah,
So that's fetishizing. That's not appropriating. That's not appreciating. That's a fetish, and it actually is a thing.
So you spoke on language, and you spoke on just like hairstyles and things like that.
Well, what prompted this was there was a TikTok, and it was two white women, and one white woman was braiding the other white woman's hair. She was giving her box braids. And while they were doing this, they were bashing black women, talking about us like dogs.
Saying what?
Just stuff like black women are jealous of white women. And my thing is, why would we be jealous of someone who wants to be us? What is there to be jealous of?
The crazy thing is that it works both ways, because you have black women that run around wearing blonde hair and they talk trash about white women. Like,
the thing is, white women do not have a corner on blonde hair. There are black people and people of color and other indigenous people who can be born with blonde hair. So white women do not have a corner on, and they don't have a corner on straight hair either.
But what we call box braid, and that's a good point. See, that's a great point, and I think that's kind of where I was going to go. Here's what bugs me. Yes, there are certain things that get labeled to be Hispanic, Black, white, Asian, because we predominantly maybe have these groups that practice whatever it is. But until you know where I'm gonna go old school. Every damn body came from one continent. Y'all know what it is. That being said, there's almost nothing that exists that didn't originate there. That also being said, they have proof of what we call box braids being utilized in Sweden and Scandinavia hundreds of years ago. We just call them box braids. I don't think something like that can be said that we invented that, because I'm pretty sure somebody figured out how to twist three hairs, three whatever years ago. But yet the thing is, culturally, if you look at some of the hairstyles from ancient tribes and all that, like black people, like the high top fade and the asymmetric and all that, we've been rocking that shit for centuries. And then we thought Kid and Play and all them started that. That shit goes back like centuries.
Right.
But also, it's been known that Vikings put their hair in braids in like the 12th century. So, and Nordic men had long hair as well. Earrings weren't started for women. Men wore earrings first. So I think, and I get what you're getting at. I like playing devil's advocate, but I think it's kind of one of those who came first is hard to say. Now, let's talk about the language, the so-called Ebonics. Here's why I hate why it's called Ebonics. There's actually videos going around, so I'm not saying I created this, but it's something I have read about. What is actually considered Ebonics is actually it's a branch of white, poor white British speak. So in other words, when Europe sent all their shitty people over here, because trust me, they didn't send with Columbus, they didn't send all the wonderful people. They sent sickly people, they sent criminals, they sent whores, they sent everybody they didn't want over here. If you notice, British people, they speak English per se, but they have different dialects. If you in the lower part where they're poorer, their dialect sounds just like Ebonics.
Yeah.
It's not Cockney. I can't think of what it is. And so if you think about it, in the southern states where slaves were, they still had a bunch of poor white people. That's who taught them how to speak. So if you notice, when niggas say things, I'm sorry, black people, but my niggas, when my niggas say shit like whiffy and worth and all that, it's because it sounds just like British people, except without the accent. That's why we say the TH sound with a W, with an F. I don't, because I hate it. I hate when people say bathroom. I hate when people say whiffy. That shit irks the shit out of me. But it derives straight from there. So that being said, did they appropriate us or vice versa?
So you want to hear something funny?
It's
What's up?
phonetics.
You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
So when you Google culture appropriation, you'll never believe the picture that comes up.
A Kardashian, of course.
And Madonna.
Yep. Now she's a damn cultural vampire. But listen, to her defense, Madonna said years ago she always admired and wanted to be Black because her friends were, and their hair could do things hers could. See, all I need you to do is give credit and compliment, and I'm done. You can use it. You got it. But I'm like CB. Look, I feel like, baby, you like me. If you don't at least acknowledge it and give me some credit and thank me, now I'm gonna hurt you, because it's like you stole my idea and took it to the boss and you got a promotion. Now I gotta kill you in the parking lot. So I think that when you look at the Kardashians, these whores, good God, listen, I give them credit for taking whore into a different level, especially.
Look how bad Madonna looks in that picture.
Well, she's 113 right now. She's a vampire, and so she's had surgery so that she didn't wrinkle. And that's fine. I'm just throwing it out there.
Damn it, she's coming after your ass.
Hey, listen.
Check this out.
Hey, I know what Madonna likes. She probably is coming after my ass for real. But I ain't trying to hit after Rodman. I love the worm, but I can't have his sloppy 23rd. So anyway, Madonna, I wouldn't hit Madonna with your dick, George. I'm sorry. And I mean, I love Madonna, but no, my God.
I don't think somebody at the residence is going to let him hit it with his either.
But here's the thing. I agree that if they give credit and acknowledgement, then I think it's look. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery, but flat out thievery. It's just look. You want to know who else does it? Nobody says. Asians We invented breakdancing. They took that shit to a whole nother level. You literally have to be 5'5" and under, have slanted eyes and straight black hair, and you a fucking b-boy for life. Like they killing that. And they took that shit when we let it go in the 90s, and they never let it die. And now they got breakdancing shit on a whole nother level. They are phenomenal. That's appropriation, but nobody says anything because we figure, well, we're gonna have to buy something that they made over there, or they bootlegging our shit anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's everybody steals from us, but it's appropriation only when it goes the other way. Everybody has stolen something from melanated people. It just is what it is. We're just that creative. I mean, shit. Some of the things you drink, the shit you use, the washing machine, the traffic light, it's thievery. I'm all about giving credit. If you give credit, then I don't think appropriation has any place in the world. But people ain't going to do that, because if I get rich off of George's idea, I want people to think it's my idea. And so I think that's where it's been like that since the dawn of man. But I get what you're saying. Like it doesn't bother me when I see white girls with braids. Now if you grew up in a certain area, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, I get what you're talking about when you're saying the whole dialect. It's sometimes you can tell when it's natural and it's who they are, and you can tell when they've rehearsed it, in my opinion.
True. It's like the white girls that are born in the Virgin Islands and have the island accent, and they're rocking their braids. It's like we don't even. First of all, we in the islands, we don't even care. We don't, because we already know. Oh yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, she us.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
If she does not inherit that damn island accent, and she just down there doing the most, we're gonna be like, stop it.
So my question is, if it's not doing harm, why does it make people so mad? I mean, I guess, well, like if you look at the Kardashians, you go, they're getting paid off of our shit, and I understand why that makes you mad. But if you just see like a normal person of a different culture doing it, why does that bother people? I guess.
For starters, our hair textures are different, and there are different braid styles that aren't meant for white hair. Their hair can fall out. It can. Their hair can fall out. It's for their own good that they shouldn't do some of the styles that are basically meant for Black people.
Well, tell me what style. Okay, now you know I'm confused right this. Because what style can a white woman put in her hair that's gonna make her hair drop if she's not perming it or doing some shit crazy or putting like extra chemicals in her hair that maybe she shouldn't?
There's a lot of stuff that can happen to her hair. George, we have a caller.
Let's go.
Hello. Who did it? Yo, I'm drinking straight. I need a mixer, y'all. This ain't what I wanted.
How was that?
Yeah, you need a mixer. That sounds like you.
I mean, I was trying to be good.
There was even a TikTok video of a white woman who got she got cornrows all in her hair, and then her hair fell out, and she even did a TikTok showing her braid of all her hair that had fallen out.
But here's the thing. In all fairness, I'll say this: like, you ever heard the Black women shouldn't sleep in scrunchies and hair bows and knots because it pulls it too tight, it pulls it out? I got both sisters. I know much and more about all this.
We shouldn't sleep in these.
It'll just break your hair, period. Considering, now here's the thing, we can even go further and say, listen,
George,
if you look at a cross section of a Black person's hair follicle versus, let's say, a white person's hair follicle, believe it or not, the reason ours twists and turns is because it's circular. The reason white people's tends to lay a little flatter is because it's oval. They've got more surface area, hence a little flatter, which is why their hair is straighter. I mean, that's just on a fucking damn near cellular level.
You do this, not this. That's all it is.
No, you don't do none of that. You let your man run his hand through and mess that shit up and grab you by the back of your damn head and say,
and guess what? I do.
Good girl.
I do. That's why my head hurts right now.
Mimi, go to bed. Go night. I don't need that shit. Your head and pineapple and all that good. Nasty ass. I love you for it though. Good girl. High five.
I'll punch your ass in the stomach when I see you.
That's all right. I'm gonna just hold up a scrunch and go, huh?
It's all good. Trust me, I'm working all of them.
I'm like, oh, quit playing.
No, but it's the truth though. You know, I experience stuff that the white girls experience and what the black women experience because all the crazy, you know, texture type hair that I have. So
Right. But I think, and I think what's interesting is, so when we talk about that, I do feel like it's become more frustrating because you see, unfortunately, we don't own radio
You have a
stations.
color on culture.
We don't own TV studios, so some stuff gets promoted, some stuff doesn't. So when the Kardashians, who have stolen fucking everything from black culture, get on TV, they get praised for it. And you're right. Unfortunately, anyone who came before them did not. We had to almost reverse appropriate. Look at the 80s
right.
shows and things like that. Look
But
at
this
how
is
they
the thing.
made
This is the thing. This is the thing, Roger. Because when you say one, you say two, right? I'm not the biggest fan of the Kardashians either. Because it just is what it is. But marketing is everything, and you have a mother who is the
She's
fucking
she's a
beast.
gangster with it. She's a boss.
Look,
I give that to Chris. Chris could be my marketing agent any day. She couldn't touch me.
yes,
None of them could touch me because them bitches are
right.
witches. But
But the
she
thing
is a
about it
beast.
is a lot of these women and a lot of these celebrities and folks that are out here that we're gonna say stuff about. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Kardashians, because they've been marketed on since they were little. They already know who's gonna make it, who's not, who's we're gonna send over here, who's gonna date over there. Like her mom's calendar
Oh
is
no. Yeah, she's cold with it. Chris is cold with it. She's
really
a
and truly
monster.
they were coerced into the lifestyle that they're in.
No, that's called
You just had to
groomed.
keep
They
it
weren't
up.
coerced. They were
Or
groomed.
groomed. Yes,
Every
that's the
one
word.
of them was groomed. And she knew that from the giddy up, and that was her choice. And she
Right.
said, listen, I'm gonna sell my soul and all of my children, and it is what it is. But
Right.
as you see, every brother that gets with it, and they are the first and only family thus far who has publicly
Right.
benefited from
Hold your one quick second.
George,
Roger,
we
did we
call
get
it.
somebody on the line or not?
George said he can't pull it.
Because they said that they're holding right now.
Well, we can't sit here and wait in silence. So until George pulls them, I'm gonna keep bashing the Kardashians.
You need to give them the number that's on the screen.
Hey, listen, go to the bathroom and that number on the wall, call it.
What is that?
One of us will pick it up.
Well,
Okay, you know what? Never mind. Hold on.
Oh shit, George is
Okay,
thinking.
we're a ghetto ass show.
George
so
is
let's
thinking.
do some ghetto ass shit.
Uh-oh.
You don't want to listen? You learn the hard way. You're gonna learn today.
So what had happened was
I'm not drunk enough.
What happened was she gonna learn today.
I'm going on today. Huh?
Oh, I got you.
I'm not going to lie.
I know where you're going. You're gonna learn that if you come to the party butt naked with a camera, you're gonna get some pictures you might not want shown. That's what you're gonna learn. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little nipples.
Damn it, Roger.
Yeah, be like that sometimes. Well, I told you I was out of my mixer. This ain't water.
I almost want to put my number out there so the caller can call and just put him on speakerphone. Like, I mean, let's just figure it out.
No,
Yeah, like look, it's just
we're talking about it. I got it.
No, it's
you know how they get when they get to stuttering, but they focusing. I didn't got that. Told you, son of a.
Christoph, don't get mad. Let's just get some pineapples and turn them upside down. Let's go.
Oh shit! Hold on. Slow down. Hey, we got to start. Hey, listen, we're gonna put a number at the bottom of the screen now. Y'all got to call in. Listen, that's Mimi's after hours line now. When she starts
shit.
Welcome. All that shit.
And you're gonna receive this. Doo-doo-doo. The number you've dialed. 678.
Hey, I know y'all don't remember CB4 where Alan Payne was on that sex line and he was like, "Yeah, I'm licking your balls." How do you see that before y'all got into Chris rock like that? Like, yeah, I'm licking your balls.
You stupid.
I am. Yeah, you got big, huge.
All right, so we have a caller on the line. All right,
let's go.
And
all right, you're on with CB and the boys.
Hello.
What it do, lady?
It's kind of hard to hear.
I mean, if we yell, the police might come. What's up, lady?
Well, why are you?
Hi guys, what's up? I just wanted to call and talk about the topic.
What you got? What you got for us?
Let's go.
I just wanted to touch on some points that Roger and Mimi said earlier about how braids are found in like Scandinavian and Viking cultures, which is true, but the style of braids is different. Plaited braids and box braids and cornrows is specific to African people and Black people. And the braids that have been found that in Viking cultures are a completely different style of braid, and they look nothing like box braids or cornrows. And people always bring that part up when we talk about, you know, white people or white girls getting box braids. They go, oh, well, the Vikings had braids, and yes, that is true. That's history. But the styling of braids is different. And that honestly wouldn't be an issue if those white girls were getting those types of styles, which the reality is they aren't. They're getting primarily Black hairstyles that Black women are getting. They're getting the cornrows, the box braids, the things like that. They aren't really getting the Viking style of braiding.
So here's my question, dear, and I get what you're saying. I mean, not being funny, but there's only so many ways you can braid three strands. You know, be honest, whether it's inside, outside, whether sadly, I'm a man and I know how to do it. I've got daughters. That being said, my point is the issue the lack of recognition? Because like they say, flattery or imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So if someone is doing what they've seen done, and again, anyone who's ever achieved greatness, I guarantee you they stole something from someone. Nobody was born knowing everything. So I guess my question that I submit to you is, does the issue come with the lack of recognition or the fact that sometimes it's unjustly when the other cultures do it, they get more accolades, recognition, and even get a pass, whereas the culture that they took it from, oftentimes Black people do not. Where's the issue is my question.
It's both of those. It's a mixture of both of those. It's that when the white girls get the braids and the styles, it becomes trendy. Like they gave the Kardashians credit for getting tribal braids and called them, you know, boxer braids.
Right. Okay.
So it comes with that, and they get told they're trendy and beautiful, and a Black girl getting box braids can get kicked out of her private school, you know, or not be hired for a job. Things like that.
No, you're right. It's very one-sided. The sad reality is, and you know, we heard it as children. No, life is not fair. We understand that. I do think, and I applaud people. Listen, anytime you see it, continue to fight for the struggle. I'm not saying vilify the person who did it, as long as you know there's a conversation to be had. But yeah, I agree. Y'all want to know what the one thing that probably pissed me off for a whole decade was? When they said Miley Cyrus's narrow ass basically invented and gave life to twerking. Now, here's what pissed me off about that. First of all, she's built like an 8-year-old.
Wow.
Second of all, and RIP to, I forget her name, but the twerk team from Atlanta, have mercy. They are who put it on the map. But again, you take some disenfranchised young sisters who turned that, literally, it was almost like African art form dance. And I say that kind of tongue in cheek because it is still twerking, but they were pretty darn talented. That being said, nobody cared about it before it came out of the South until Miley Cyrus, who's from Memphis, stole all of that shit, much like her predecessor, her daddy, Elvis, and everyone else did from the South, and did whatever her version of wiggling was on TV. And now all of a sudden, white girls can twerk, which is pathetic. So I get what you're saying. They get paid and praised. We get punished. So it is tough, but I feel like, you know, is that something to be mad at society for, or at the people who at least? So my question is, would we just like acknowledgement, or you know, because equal treatment, equal whatever, probably it's going to take a little more struggle. Because again, believe it or not, if you look at some videos and things like that, there are white women that really, really admire and fear. I'm gonna slap you, George. They admire and fear the power that the sisters have. Sisters have the ability to, you know, step up, speak, be strong. White men do not allow their women to be strong. They don't. They don't give them power. They don't give them anything. Not a voice. Anything. You know, black women have that, and so white women admire, revere, and fear the hell out of black women. Not to mention, sometimes look, go left field on your ass. But I definitely see where you're coming from. I just think.
Okay, so this is the thing. I want to say something, if I may. Well, you know what, Crystal, go ahead.
No, you can.
Okay, so check this out, right? Because look, for the life of me, and I, you guys know that I'm really like my brain is. So I never knew what. You shut up. I really never knew what Viking braids were until now. You see this shit right here?
Yeah.
That they call Viking braid. Is that what
one
it is?
down the middle? Yep.
Let me tell you what that is to us women in the Caribbean, right? Because you guys know I'm Caribbean, Puerto Rican. That's a mess. To us, it is. I'm just gonna say it.
Okay, that's one
To
picture,
us,
but okay.
Okay, well, look, whether it's that or whether it's this.
Yep, that's a good. That's a yeah.
Good, whatever. Okay, all that. This, okay, all that. It's a messy braid. It's almost like, okay, so me, okay, Puerto Rican, Caribbean, my daughter's black. I don't know how to do none of that shit. You know what I did? I did box braids. And there was the little triangles all over her head. And she's got all these pretty triangles, right? I never knew anything about box braids because box is a box. When I see this, it means that the person doesn't know how to braid and they just threw some shit together and it just came out to that. If I had to do it myself, it would come out like that because I never know how to cornrow. I never know how to do those braids. And if I did a braid, it would come out like a Viking braid. So I'm really glad that.
So can I make a point real quick?
Please.
Point of reference.
Yes.
Everything comes usually out of necessity. Do you know why they did that? They didn't do that. I mean, yes, I'm sure some of it was ceremonial and things like that. That was necessity because those gentlemen had long hair. They were warriors. What do you do when you fight? You keep your hair out of your face. That's right. So it was done out of necessity, not so much out of decoration and things like that. So whatever your reason for having it, it is. But in every part of the world, it all came into fruition out of necessity. Necessity breeds invention.
Yes.
So I think point blank, long story short, tolerance is kind of the issue. But I do understand what we're saying. We know we are the most plagiarized culture on the face of the planet. We just are. I mean, it doesn't matter. Our walk, our talk, everything about us. Unfortunately, we're the most underpaid and under-recognized for it as well. But we have to step up and take ownership, and not by violence or getting crazy.
I'm sorry, Roger. I'm so sorry to cut you. I think Crystal has been trying to say something for the last.
What's up, hon?
So what I was going to say is that when I think of cultural appropriation, I think of Oklahoma in 1921. Case in point, there was a town in Oklahoma that was all Black. We had our own schools. We had our own banks. We had our own courts. We had our own thing. It was all Black. The white people didn't like that. And they rolled into town and massacred everyone and burnt the town down. And this also reminds me of what's trending right now on TikTok and other platforms, the Black Girl Follow train. Well, the Black Girl Follow train is a trend that was started on TikTok where Black women are following each other, supporting each other, and just building each other up. We're basically, it seems like when Black people are minding our own business and when white people, when they are not the center of our world, they don't like it. And they try to insert themselves wherever they can. So naturally, they got mad and tried to get the Black Girl Follow train banned because it didn't include everybody. But the Black Girl Follow train was for Black women to support each other, to create a community where we are there for each other. We support each other, support each other's videos, your businesses. There are many businesses that were saved. I saw a video of one woman who was thanking the Black Girl Follow Train because she was actually getting sales from other Black women supporting her, buying her her products. So I'm like, it's a good thing. But once again, the white people didn't like it. White women shed tears. They did videos talking about how it's racist and blah, blah, blah. And said, if we did the white girl follow train, well, how would you guys feel? We wouldn't feel anything. We want you to do it and leave us alone.
No, but this is what
we
I
can't
was getting
have
at.
anything.
Well,
do we still have our caller on the line?
Yes.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, sweetheart. Just wanted to make sure that you were. Thank you so much.
Are
for
you
calling in.
part of the following? Are you part of the who you following, girl?
I follow all you guys. I'm subscribed to you guys' YouTube. I like the podcast and everything. You guys are great.
Thank you so much, love. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Kaylin, and I'm calling from Flagstaff, Arizona.
All right,
Hey, Flagstaff, keep it gangster, Flagstaff. Awesome. Hey, we're glad to have you, sweetie.
One more point on the bigger issue, I think, of cultural appropriation, like in the grand scheme of things, is it's just that white people feel like they have an entitlement to certain things, especially since they've been like the dominant culture, at least in America. And when they get told no, that they can't do these things, they start to feel a type of way, and they really can't take the word no very well. And that speaks on like a whole bigger issue. And that's why some people say it's more than just hair, because, you know, at the end of the day, it kind of is. But when you look at the bigger picture of things and get down to like the actual internal work of it, and yeah, it is sometimes bigger than just hair.
No, you got a point. They're very, very true. It's lit. Usually when something simple is the topic, there's a deeper underlying issue, and I think you're 1,000% right. Listen, they stole everything first. We took it first, and you shouldn't get it back. So yes, I think I'm joking, but I'm dead serious. You're right. That entitlement you're speaking on is very true. But let's going back to what CB was saying about Black Wall Street and things like that. The reason that Black Girl Followed was so threatening to white women, and if you look, find the videos, find everything, they will admit it. We hate the fact that you guys have a voice and power that we could never get, because the reason white men love paying for everything, taking care of everything, is because it keeps their women subservient and it keeps them at a certain level. Now, I don't have an issue one way or the other. If you like traditional household and things like that, that's fine, because again, from a two-partner standpoint, that's something different. But from I run everything, I'm in control, you can't have any power, stay in your place, that's exactly why they do what they do. And because of that, white women are super jealous, they're envious, and they're threatened by Black women, because Black women have a power and an amount of authority that they could never exercise in their own culture. Now, that's a gift and a curse to our culture, but that's a discussion for another day. That power and that voice is definitely a gift and a curse. But white women don't have that luxury. Their men will crush that. They'll squash it right away. They don't get to speak like you guys do. They don't get to step up and say, we're going to go do this, and you're going to have to be okay with it, because they're on the scene. So again, this is much deeper. It goes a lot further than, and I agree with our caller. It is deeper than just hair. That's really the surface.
Definitely.
I absolutely agree.
Yes.
But it's like too, everybody caters to white women though, except for what demographic? Do you know what demographic does not?
When you say everybody caters to white women,
Hey, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean
I'm
by that?
catered to a whole lot.
Because
you shut up. You white.
Because when you look around, you see representation. They have representation all up and down the gambit. Like seriously.
No,
but
we don't own it, baby.
And it seems like, of course we don't, but still, the one thing about it, like you said, you know, Black women have more of a power than they don't have, and that is true. But the thing is, Black women don't cater to white women unless you pay us to.
So, okay, a question, because I want absolute clarity. When you say people cater to white women, I'm assuming, are you talking on a general scale, or who in what industry, who caters to white women and under what conditions?
I'm talking about on the general scale because you see white representation all over the place.
Okay. Well,
I think I
mean,
kind of can like piggyback off what she's saying. Societal and standpoint and cultural standpoint, like white women or European beauty is considered the standard of beauty in mostly the Western world.
Right.
And also there's a lot of controversy going on now with the natural hair product called Mielle. They're a natural hair care company, and they make stuff for like black hair, curly hair, and they make hair oils. And one of these white women made a video on social media, like using the hair oil, and like raving about its uses and things for her hair. And white women came out in droves to like Target and Walmart and started buying the hair care products that were traditionally for black hair. And literally in the span of a week of that happening, the CEOs and founders of Mielle literally sold their company to Johnson & Johnson.
See, there it is.
We lost another black-owned hair care company because this has happened about 4 or 5 times now with different companies.
Okay,
and
now
always end up selling out, and then when they sell out and their products are made for black women and black hair, they change their ingredients, and then their products are made to cater to a scope of like a broad variety of women. They say their products are for everyone now. And before
now I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I'm just playing devil's advocate because it's what I do. How many black billionaires are there in the United States? I'll answer that for you because I know nobody knows. It's less than, I want to say it's under 12. I might be wrong.
I believe that.
George, look it up. That being said, here's the point that I'm making. Money makes the world go round. So when you say we have to sell out and things like that, you have to realize we did not start this game. So for the people that elevate to a certain level, look, a very, very famous barbecue restaurant at home, Arthur Bryant's. It's historic. It's world renowned. Guess who just bought it? Some white boys. People in KC are furious because it was started by a black man. It's got history. It's near and dear to our hearts. But guess what? A lot of us won't come in. Hold on. A lot of us won't come in and put up the money, the funding, and the backing to keep something going, and we'll walk away from it, and they will take it. Listen, white people are about business. White people will sell out their family and everything else for money. It's the number one objective. So that being said, I get what you're getting at. When a product is great and they recognize it's great, if they can't beat you, they'll buy you. The problem is we can't do that in reverse. We are too far behind in the game of money. So I understand you can either keep it real and don't sell out, and then you're going to be on the block talking to everybody about being on the block, or you have to try to play that money game. It's not meant. The house always wins. And so the sad part is we don't have enough collectives of black people to stick. Listen, if there was a black bank in Vegas, guess what? I'd bank there if I could. Black owners, black shops, and black place, I try to support them. It's not that I don't like other people, but I want to keep my shit in the family first. It's not easy to do though, because we are very, very far behind in that business aspect. So we can't just blame it on, oh, we sell out, we do this, we do that. Everyone, listen, we just met tonight, my dear. You sound lovely. We're so happy to have you in the family.
Yes.
Here's the thing. If your daughter, son, mother, brother, whoever you love was drowning and one of us was, who would you save? Them. Even though you're like, listen, I love listening to George and Mimi and Roger and Chris and CB act stupid, but you gotta make a choice. You gotta pick a lane. You have to feed your family first. And so it's tough because we don't have enough of us as a collective. But again, they stole it first. I say that all the time. They stole it first, and now we're playing catch up. And it's hard to do when you. Okay, so we said the face of American beauty is a white European, right? You want to know why? No black person owns a TV studio. They don't own any of the big 3 networks. And we can get into that conspiracy theory too. We don't own any of that shit. So we cannot promote and push our agenda. Tyler Perry, I promise you, Tyler and Oprah don't own shit. They lease from the white person who lets them have TP Studios and own. I promise you, I know. I got the inside track. That being said, we still have we have somebody pulling the strings of the puppet. So we can't push our agenda but a little bit at a time. We're getting there though. We're making progress, but baby steps as opposed to big ones. It seems like that. So the face of American Beauty is changing. Guess what? You got curvy models. You got models of color. Have y'all seen the makeup commercial with the girl with vitiligo? Yo, she's fly, but she's got you would have never seen that 20 years ago. We are making slow progress. Now, in some areas, we're going backwards as hell, but in others, man, look at that. You would have never seen that before. But it's going to take, we are 400 or 500 years behind, baby. So we got some work to do. And when we fight amongst each other, it makes it that much more difficult because they keep us at odds. And people always go, we unify, we could do, but we're not going to unify. Because like I just said a minute ago, if one person gets offered $1 billion, they will sell their mama, their soul, and everybody they know to get out of their situation. And until that goes away, see, Jews don't sell each other out. That's why people are scared to talk about them, because they come for you in droves. They're not athletic, but they come for you in numbers, kind of like ants against a big animal. And that's why they own everything, though. You know, the face of beauty is a European because, again, they know the true beauty is y'all, Wakanda, and all points in between. But if you do that, then your women are going to be insecure. White women get insecure hella fast because they're, it is what it is. And so they have to cater to that. That's it. That's all. I get it.
No, I completely understand, but it just feels like they forget their target demographic that elevated them to that status to even be in a position, seen as a valuable company to be bought by $1 billion, beauty company like Johnson & Johnson or whatever. And that tends to happen. It's like they kind of forget.
Do they forget or do we forget? Because to your point, you're right. Do you realize Black consumers equal a number large enough to be the 9th largest nation on the earth, but we give it to every other culture but our own? So no, they don't forget. They know all too well. They cater to us. We forget because we won't unify and go, you know what? You won't put our face on the front. Fuck you. I'm keeping my money. Black people don't do that. I don't care what you say. Black people are going to keep going and buying Jordans, even though he ain't played in 2 decades and most of these bums can't fucking hoop. So the problem is we cannot stick to an agenda. Since the bus boycott, we can't stick together. We can't. So they do know our power. We don't. We have no idea what we could do. We consume billions every year, and they love that part about us. They don't love us, but 7-Eleven, Prada, all the shit that we really shouldn't be buying, they know we're going to come because Black people love labels and we love titles and we love all that flash and shit that we're not used to having. And they love when we get it.
This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say that the Asians are making hella money in opening up all these beauty supply stores and getting it popping.
They bootlegging.
You know what? And that's okay because they're doing it. They're doing it because we ain't doing it.
No, it's not their fault. It's not their fault that they're opening.
No.
We come in the door. Hey, you their best friend because they know you coming to get your nails and shit done every week, even though you got off the bus to go get your nails done, even though you might have missed a rent payment or something to get your hair and shit done. They love that about us. They love that we're so goofy that we do that shit instead of finding either a way to do it ourselves because European standards have been pushed and instilled in us it's a slave mentality is what it really is. Slave mentality. Look like this, be like that, even though they doing everything they can to do the opposite.
So let me answer your question and then throw in some extra.
Okay.
So there are 2,755 billionaires in the world.
Damn, that's nothing.
15 of them are Black.
I told you. What I say, 12? What I tell you?
It's over 12. It's 15.
Close your face.
Now, with that being said, the opportunity for money from Black consumers is $300 billion a year.
Wow.
Well, wow.
Let the church
I
say
got a question for you guys. How do you feel about fraternities and sororities letting white people in. Since, like
Ooh.
I said, we can't have anything apparently. So, caller Kaylin, what do you think
And we the
about that?
shit. We the shit.
Well, I don't see. Well, firstly, I don't have a problem with like non-black people going to HBCUs because I would like actually for more HBCUs to be seen, like as certain famous state colleges throughout America and everything. And the way for them to do that is to get more students in their seats.
Right.
Regardless of their skin color. But when it comes to like the fraternities, sororities, the Divine Nine, and things like that, the Black Greeks, we created those spaces for ourselves because they weren't letting us in at those other universities, and we created safe spaces for ourselves and each other. And I just feel like when you know the history of it, and Black people can understand the history of it, I feel like why would you want to be a part of something so historically significant and so meaningful to so many Black people who do attend HBCUs? I would feel like, wouldn't you feel like you're kind of intruding on another person's, space? I just feel like, I don't know why they want to be included so badly in those types of fraternities.
I think it's just, again, that's where I think the appreciation for just how cool something. Look, you can't tell me that we don't sometimes look back at some of the creativity that we have and go, you got to be kidding me. We are just that creative. I mean, a lot of people are. Okay, I'm going to give you guys an example. This will probably be the first time I ever said this. Something that I find super, super cool that I'll never be able to be a part of that I know of? You ever seen the Samoan or the Polynesian haka? That's some of the dopest shit on the planet. It's an ancient, it was like a war dance that, Polynesians did before to intimidate their opponents. And you see them, they put their tongue out and they do the chant. That shit is so dope. But, The Rock is part Polynesian because of his dad, his mom, I mean. I think that is completely the dopest shit I've ever seen in my life. I'll never be a part of that because I'm none of that. But I can tell anybody that I appreciate that 100,000,000%. I need to find me a Polynesian friend just so I can go to one. I love that. But I would never try to get it. But look at how brothers step. And we were talking about sororities and frats. I went to a college and there was a white Delta there, white girl. And you could tell, I hate to be like this, but you could tell she loved brothers because she had a little short pixie Halle Berry cut. She had the little walk. She was about that life. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And everybody talked about it, but she was kind of accepted because she was who she was. Like, love it or hate it. So I don't know because, I just think it's interesting because quite frankly, just because you get some letters, do you realize most people in fraternities and sororities have never been to Greece, Athens, Italy, anywhere in that place, but they call themselves Black Greeks. So who's fronting? You know what I mean? And I'm being a little bit asshole here, but that's true. I'm a Black Greek. Have you ever been to Greece? You have not. So how much of this is what you make it and what you really are?
But there was an instance where the girl who was the white girl that was in a sorority.
Mm-hmm.
She got dragged on social media so bad that she started really talking bad about Black people. I mean, it was bad. Her true colors really came out.
She got exposed.
She did. She did.
So that's another good part. We talk about appropriation, appreciation. I know you got a video, G, but real quick, I want y'all to think on this when we come back. Is everybody truly, I guess racist is the term, even though we're cultures. Is everybody truly racist, but we keep it at bay because we are cool with certain people and all that? But when you get cornered, it comes out much like that young lady you just talked about? Or, do you feel like everybody is and they don't admit it? And would
I
you
think to a certain degree we all have a little bit of that shit in us.
certain degree, my ass, I'm 100%. I'll tell anybody. That's why my white friends love me. We come straight with it. We come with that fire.
You gotta be, though. I'm sometimes that way with my own people, and I'm Caribbean Puerto Rican from down there. So
But you know what?
I would say some shit 2 seconds just because. So I don't really think it's about. For me, it's not so much about being racist. For me, it's more about right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know what? If it's true, it's true. If it's not, it's not. You don't have to be.
Yes.
Look, we don't all represent whatever part of our culture. Look, we all know people that make you hide your head, and then we know people that make you proud.
Yes.
It is. Which side are you on?
Yes.
So it's like I don't get offended when people talk about certain things out there because it's not me. Therefore, it doesn't bother me. But we are the only culture that takes credit or responsibility for anything we do. Let a black person do some crazy shit on the news. You're like, oh God, he's black, he's black, he's black. Or if they do something really wild, that's a white boy. We say it all the time. We're all racist to some degree, and that's okay.
Yeah.
What you got, George? I see you got something queued up. George itching to play it. What you got from me, boy?
I'm just looking at. I'm just over here going through data, and the vice president, the senior vice president of Nielsen's, stated that African Americans continue to outspace spending nationally, meaning at 48 million strong, they spend more money than anybody else in the United States.
Wow.
Listen,
the black dollar. If we stop
And-
supporting other businesses and supporting black businesses,
But here, look at the flip side. Here's the ironic thing. So look at the income levels.
Instead the yellow.
Yeah.
What I just said to y'all earlier.
Income levels. The top
What I
income.
just say.
The top
Black
income.
people will ride the fucking bus to go buy Jordans. They will.
The yellow
they will-
line
to get
is
the newest
black,
iPhone.
and the top line is blacks.
Wow.
The top line is Asian.
Wow.
That's because
Top
they
line is
bootleg.
Asian.
That's 'cause they bootleg everything. But no, Asians
And
are bad too. But we
the
can't-
blue line is the white folks.
Wow.
way down
Caucasian.
there. But see, do you guys understand how it makes us look like we don't? They say we don't make or create. We create. We're inventive of everything, but we don't claim and patent and own the shit. So they say we don't create anything, but we purchase everything. You know? Do you know Jewish people actually call black people liquid money?
Yes.
They say money runs through our fingers like water, which is why I try to never purchase shit from them motherfuckers. I'm not even joking. I'll take anything free, information, whatever. But again, I can't be offended if it's true. Like I can only speak for myself, but I try not to be just an overall consumer of humanity. We love buying other people's shit. If it's got a label, a badge. I was listening to the story about Tommy Hilfiger the other day. I love listening to history, and he talks about how he got popular and how other white clothing manufacturers they planted that racist email to bring him down because he had the hip hop culture on lock so badly that they had to bring his fall about. He's not even racist, but they ruined him because he stole Ralph Lauren's people. He stole all the other clothing. I remember that shit in college. They were talking about Tommy Hilfiger, and I was like, "Who is this?" And then all of a sudden, boom! Because we love labels, splash on everything, cross colors and Hilfiger, Carl Kanai and Hilfiger in the '90s. Oh my God!
Yeah.
We the thing is, we love big labels and anything that makes us stand out, but we won't do it for each other. You ever notice that? Go to a black shop. If they charge you the same price, you're gonna be like, man, come on, we want a deal. What do we always want? The fucking hookup. Go to a white shop or any Indian shop. Yes, sir, boss. What you need? $2 extra. Hey, man, listen. I'm just the opposite because of that. I know you want my money. I'm gonna treat them like shit. You know what? I'm gonna look at them. Don't talk to me till I'm ready. I don't want to do it. I'd much rather support my people, but we've got a long way to go, business wise. We do. We got a lot
with that too. A lot of black people, when they want to shop with like other black businesses and everything, they kind of have these high levels of like expectations.
Yeah, say it, girl.
You better not give me no attitude. You better not charge me. Well, like, do you want to shop at my business or not? Like, I thought we were going to keep it in our community, and it's like they have such high expectations for other black people.
That's a good ass point. Why do we? Good job. Why do we do that? Why do we do that? We come in. Look, somebody else can give us the leftover whatever. Thank you, sir. Yes. Listen, I was in. Real quick segue. I was in Memphis last week for work. Funny story, and it was so weird to me being there. I felt creepy. First of all, the people there. Oh, bless their heart. They don't know we're free. They don't. They literally talk to other black people like, you here, all right. But white people walk in there, you could be the worst looking white person in the world. They will jump from behind the counter and damn near clean your shoes because it's the South. And they're stuck in a certain mentality. So what she's saying is very, very right. They have the expectations of us through here. You better do this and better not do that. You're right, sweetie. But the problem is white people come in there and go, listen, I got a cup full of dirt, but I need to pay for that. And they'll take it because that's a slave mentality. So y'all know me, unfortunately, I ain't gonna act right nowhere, especially because damn it, I'm me. So my head is in a different direction when I go places like that. I'm wondering what the hell's going on with them. I literally wanted to say we are free. Y'all know we free now, right? I wanted to say that a couple of times because of how they acted, but it was heartbreaking because our expectations of ourselves is so much more different than it's a mess. It's a complete
It's sad.
It is. It really is. But you know what? We're gonna change that. We're not gonna stand for that. We're not gonna stand for that. We're gonna make our people come correct. You know, but it starts at home. Like I said, my kids understand that from a business standpoint, just from how to act. My kids understand that, and I think we have a general sentiment about that. But village, man, village.
Yes.
You know, and I wouldn't have a problem with them having like high expectations for Black businesses and Black business owners and things like that. But it's just they never keep the same energy for anywhere else.
White people have more expendable income. It's the truth in terms of per capita, per family. Let's say the average Black man earns, I don't know, 40 grand a year or whatever it may be. The average white man is going to be 15, 20, or even 30,000 higher. They have more money to spend and they're used to spending it. We have to watch our wallets a little more so they understand if they see a white person walking in, they're more likely to spend more money. Black people are walking in, they're more likely to look for a hookup.
So in that research that I was looking at, I was looking at the list of ethnic group with the most buying power, and white people were at the top.
The buying power, the ability, yes,
Right.
absolutely. The ability because they make more per capita per family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why, because of what you said, that's why I said that.
But listen to that. They got the most buying power, but we're the biggest consumer. Or 1 second.
That is super crazy.
How
Right
crazy
there.
is it? That means we spend money when we ain't got it.
Yes, that's exactly what that is. And
Killing
gonna
me.
take loans and gonna rob Paul to pay Peter to make that happen.
There
Yes.
you go.
That's true. That is so true.
Not pay a mortgage, but go to Vegas and lose it all in Vegas and be homeless in Vegas.
Yeah.
Hey, come here. I'll rent you one of my rooms. I'll even pick you up, and I'm only gonna charge you half.
Or buy a flashy car we can't afford.
All of that.
All that. Yes.
Be rolling through the hood in your Mercedes, but you're late on your rent.
Or you live with your mama.
Or you live with your mama. Yeah.
Hey,
Or the
that's
hotel.
some,
I've seen a lot of that.
that's some fools in Georgia.
Or you walking down the street talking on a $2,000 cell phone.
Hey, that's them Atlanta cats. Them Atlanta cats live 4-5 deep, so everybody can drive a BMW, some bullshit, or a Bentley. They clowns. I know for a fact. Every 5 niggas got the same address.
Yes.
But also, I think also because I'm speaking for like the younger generation, it's like we have like an skewed view of what success and wealth looks like or means to us. So to us, like having a $2,000 iPhone, but you live with your mom, or you don't have a car and you have on a $5,000 chain, you know, things like that.
Yes.
In their minds and young people's minds, they're told like this is what success looks like. If you have this phone, if you have this car, if you have this chain, if you have this watch, things like that. And they're just so blinded by the materialism that they don't really understand what true wealth is or building it.
For sure. That's a very good point. And we talk about it a little bit, but you know what? I appreciate that because we are going to get into that, you know, in a segment. I try to throw little tidbits out every now and then. I'm constantly trying to read and you know, up my own education and share that. But I promise you're right. It's a different world in terms of what's important priority wise. So that's a very good point. So yeah, we've been killing it. Hey, listen, I'm gonna come back with my braids next week.
Yes.
You know.
So beautiful Empress, thank you so much for coming on the line and chatting with us, and we look forward to hearing more of you.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Good looking out, shorty. Good looking out.
Okay, so guys, we only got a few minutes, so I'm gonna go first. Look, love y'all. God bless. Yeah. See you guys next week.
My drink is almost broken. I'm gonna holler at y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my shot for y'all right now.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Bald head fucker.
Don't hate.
Right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us tonight. You've been listening to CB and the Boys. We come to you every Wednesday for your midweek motivator. Don't forget to go to our YouTube, like us, and subscribe. In order for us to bring you more, we need you to like us and subscribe. We have a goal to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we are well on our way. And by you liking us and subscribing, you can win a prize. Can't tell you what it is, but it's going to be great. You're going to love it. But in order to get it, you got to like us and subscribe. And then don't forget to check us out on our website, cbandtheboys.org. And go to all of our platforms, Facebook, Instagram, under CB and the Boys. And again, go to our YouTube, like us and subscribe. We'll be back next week. Same time, same station. Hopefully you guys enjoyed our topic tonight, cultural appropriation versus appreciation. We will see you guys next week. Thank you for joining us. Also, shout out to Jimin, who is the National Global Ambassador for Dior. We're so proud of you, Jimin. Congratulations. And shout out to all of BTS, as always. So everybody enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you so much. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
What's this weed shit? We don't know, Jimin. Hey, fuck your dude. Appropriate you too. Rat bastard.
We're going to find a way to get it in.
I did.
CB and the Boys has left the building.
Ew.